Wentworth in Sydney's east is the most densely populated electorate in the country. The city's iconic harbour on one side and its most famous beaches on the other. The local member is a former barrister, merchant banker and leader of the Republican movement, Malcolm Turnbull. While he's a multi-millionaire, he prides himself on using the city's public transport network.
As you can see, I get public transport. More people get public transport in Wentworth than in practically any other electorate. And so we've got, in a sense, a very good understanding of what the future of urban life is likely to be like, which is going to involve fewer motor cars and more sustainable transport.
So after success in the corporate world, why did Malcolm Turnbull choose to enter the sometimes brutal world of politics?
Well, you do it for public service. I mean, the only reason to be in public life is to serve the people, and it is a great privilege to do that. It's a great privilege to be a member of the Australian Parliament, but let alone being the Minister for the Environment. But it's a great thrill and a great honour to represent your own community, because this is not a community that I've moved into. I mean, I've always been here.
Wentworth has traditionally been synonymous with the wealthy eastern suburbs of Sydney, like this one here at Point Piper, which incidentally is the suburb where the sitting member Malcolm Turnbull has his Sydney residence. This seat is one of only two across Australia which has been in Conservative Party hands the entire time since Federation. But an electoral redistribution last year has seen the seat change quite significantly. It's not far on the map from Point Piper to here where I'm standing in Woolloomooloo, which is now part of the seat of Wentworth, but there's an enormous difference when it comes to voting trends, and that will benefit the Labor Party. Malcolm Turnbull is still likely to win off the back of his enormous profile, but this seat is getting closer and closer every election. The Labor candidate is human rights lawyer and local Mayor George Newhouse. He's confident of achieving a close result.
The integration of Woolloomooloo and parts of King's Cross and parts of Paddington is of great assistance to me. I don't think it's enough to get, an enormous swing, but it is going to make this a very close seat. And I think Malcolm knows that, and I think just watch Wentworth, because I think it's a bellwether seat.
Malcolm Turnbull says his wife Lucy represented some of the newer parts of the seat when she was Lord Mayor of Sydney. He says it's a very egalitarian part of the world.
Hi, how are you? We all look as lovely or unlovely in our Speedos, regardless of what our background is. And, I grew up in this area. I'm going down to North Bondi Surf Club as a kid with my dad. You'd be in the showers with a Supreme Court judge there and a Garbo there and, some guys in the rag trade there, the whole world. A few doctors, a few builders, everything. The whole world and all of its diversity can be found in this community.
It's thought the Liberal Party margin was artificially reduced in 2004 by the bitter infight between Malcolm Turnbull and former disendorsed Liberal MP Peter King, who ran as an independent. The Labor candidate knows it will be difficult to secure the 2.6% swing he needs.
He's a formidable opponent, and I'm quite certain he'll say and do anything that's necessary to be re-elected. But when I'm out talking to people, that money doesn't cut the mustard with them. They're concerned about climate change, they're concerned about John Howard being out of touch, and it doesn't matter how much money Malcolm throws at them, they are going to vote on national issues.
Around 20,000 constituents, or 1 in 8 voters in Wentworth, are members of the Jewish community. But George Newhouse is not convinced his own Jewish heritage will be a major help.
I don't think people vote on religious lines anymore. But what it will do is it will comfort some of those people who once voted Labor but have felt that, they've felt more comfortable in John Howard's camp in recent years. But I don't think that there's going to be a vote for me because of my religion.